Geeks of the world, if you're looking for a smooth and relaxing podcast,
you've come to the wrong place.
Because here you'll only find discussions scraped from the bottom of the barrel.
You are listening to
The Asgardians! In this podcast, two simple-minded heroes discuss video games, comics, movies, and all things awesome.
So join your hosts, Reven
And RyFrost,
as we discuss, dissect, and disseminate every aspect of geek culture.
So, strap in. Oh, fuck off.
I turned into a fucking Indian prince.
Welcome to the Lord of the Rusted Rings.
You fucking snapped something there.
Fuck these penny whistles and
Christ.
everything that looks like the penny whistles. Fucking useless instruments.
I will call us in.
Welcome, fellow Asgardian followers, to episode.
Sorry, do it again.
Damn these whistles! Yeet!
Right, I'm taking these away.
Confiscated instruments. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of the Asgardians podcast.
Cuatro.
Today we are talking about potentially one of the greatest film franchises in the world,
Harry Potter.
and the Sorcerer's Fart. It's
You not tell by the original,
by the original score.
The original score.
No, we are not talking Harry Potter. We're talking a different kind of magic, the magic that is Sir Ian McKellen.
Gandalf the Grey.
Yes, we are talking the Lord of the Rings. So, do you remember what year the Lord of the Rings came out?
2001.
No.
Yeah. It's 2001, 2002, 2003.
Yes, they were filmed all sequentially, weren't they?
Yes.
As a trilogy.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
They were filmed sequentially.
As
That
a
means
trilogy.
at the same time.
Yeah, as a trilogy. Yeah, but more oftentimes they're not, are they? Star Wars wasn't.
Yeah,
It was-
look what happened.
Yeah, it was a one-shot deal, and then it was successful, and George Lucas saw the dollar signs,
Yeah.
and the rest is history.
History?
With the Lord of the Rings, though, Peter Jackson,
He had a vision.
he had a vision, and he executed his vision true to point,
Yes, he did.
because he's a fucking legend.
Absolute legend.
He's
What
a
man.
bearded legend,
A fat, bearded legend. Stupid fat.
a rotund, bouncy legend,
Bouncy legend filled with money-making ideas
and lard.
and lies.
He's a taste everything that comes out of the kitchen legend.
Yes. He's a... This tastes like money.
Oscar soup.
I turned into a bit like Scooby-Doo. 3 films. Trilogy.
So, yeah. In fact, actually, while we're talking about the filming over that length of time and filming a trilogy, do you remember that scene in Return of the King where Frodo and Sam had that bitch of a falling out and he told him to go home and it was really sad?
Yeah.
Did you know that was filmed a year apart, their dialogue?
Really?
So Sam filmed his part and then a year later Frodo filmed his part of saying, "Go home, Sam."
Oh, really? So it's not at the same time?
No, it's not at the same time, no.
Wow.
It's a year apart. It's a whole year apart.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something even more?
They said that it was really weird to bear witness to.
Do you want to know something even better?
I always do.
Gandalf filmed his first ever scene with the Hobbits at the Hobbiton in the house in Bilbo's chasm.
In his establishment.
Yeah, and then the next day he filmed the episode, this scene in the Grey Heavens when he was saying goodbye.
When
to
he
them
was
all.
saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
How weird.
Yeah, because he was saying, I have to say an emotional goodbye to these people. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Isn't it? Can you imagine that being your job though? Like randomly turning up to do something and then finishing it off a year later. Well, finishing a sentence off a year later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if every other job worked in that kind of
That
way?
would be, yeah.
Like your phone to have your sink fixed by a plumber and a year later he rocks up with a spanner.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like that sometimes.
It does, actually. It does.
Yeah.
But imagine how it could have played out differently. What happens to, go home, Sam. No.
No.
Go off.
I won't. We've had a script change.
Let's just talk about how ridiculous that actually sounds. And I don't know if that was in the books. I've not actually read the books, but you've gone through hell no high water. You've battled orcs, you've battled hydras, you've battled balrogs, you've fought against the evils of the unknown, you've fought against everything. And
bigotry.
Just because some fat fucker steals some bread, you're like, bugger off back home.
I did think that myself when I watched it. I was like, well, it's a bit harsh.
That is a bit harsh.
Like, I steal food that doesn't belong to me all the time.
Yeah.
Out of other people's homes.
On the regular.
Out of bins.
Yeah, and I get told to go home, but I don't know these people.
I don't know, these are strangers. Yeah, I did think that was a bit harsh. Like,
bit out of character.
You ate most of the toast, so now we're going to forget about the past several years and you can go home. It's a long walk as well.
I don't think that was in the book.
No, I'm not sure. Actually, there was a lot in the film that wasn't in the book, which is when you read some of the background stuff or like hear some of the cast input of some of the proposed changes, you can tell it wasn't in the book. Because originally scripted was Liv Tyler to kill the Witch King, to dress up as a bloke.
Oh, really?
As a drag king.
Drag King, it would be, yeah.
And ride out across Pelennor Fields and kill the Witch King. It was Liv Tyler's role, and then they changed it to Eowyn.
Why?
Well, I suppose because it wouldn't make any sense. I suppose.
Well, I don't know. Were the elves even there?
I have no idea. But there's lots of little interesting script changes that happened last minute, and they were the entire filming was notorious for them because the council meeting with Sean Bean and his famous meme. One does not simply
walk into Mordor.
That's it.
You bastard.
One does not simply forget one's lines.
Aye.
One does not simply live through a movie.
He had his script sellotaped to his knee.
Yeah.
And he was
watched
looking
that the other day.
down all the time to read his script because they kept changing.
And that's why he was at the beginning of the meme. He was like that.
Yeah, he's always looking.
I don't know
down.
why I'm doing that because you guys can't see that.
Can't see. We'll have closed caption displays. We'll figure that out. Ryan looks down.
There's another script change. You know Gollum?
Not personally.
No. Gollum was actually supposed to be cast. You know Ian Beale.
Ian Beale of fame and fortune of daytime soap operas.
Yeah, that was supposed to be him.
I can see how that works.
Aye.
Who was Ian Beale's family in? What was he even in? Was it EastEnders?
EastEnders, yeah.
Who was his extended family in EastEnders?
Phil Mitchell.
Was it?
Yeah, it was his sister-in-law.
Where you going, Phil?
Yeah. To Ian's.
That's all.
Ian Beale's.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the Lord of the Rings. Right, here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered why Sauron was able to completely control the 9 men as ring wraiths, but he was not able to control or even know about the elves that survived with their rings?
Well, no, because Rivendell has the shroud over it.
No.
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 Well, and like not Fangorn, what's the other one in the
where
Hobbits?
she lives.
Yeah, it's just big trees, isn't it? You can't see.
No.
What is it?
I thought you would have known the answer straight away. I gave you more credit than you deserved.
No. Fuck you, bastard. What is it?
If you think about it, Sauron made the 9 rings to control the race of men. He did not make the 3 rings that controlled and governed the elves.
Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor.
There you go.
There you are, see?
He did.
Do you know what else Celebrimbor made?
He made the One Ring.
No, I mean, that's not connected to rings.
Oh.
It's an exclusive ring-making business.
Isildur's weapon.
No.
I don't know them.
No.
Cock ring.
Think more architectural.
Rivendell.
The camera that won Peter Jackson the Oscar.
The tower.
He's got
Sauron's tower.
No.
I don't fucking know, do I?
He made...
What's this fucking Q&A, bitch? This is a podcast.
Exactly, you're supposed to be a geeky expert. He made the gates of Moria. You know, the lovely glow-in-the-dark moon one?
He did.
See, I'm only asking you things that you already know. It's just because
it's been so long.
You've had a long day.
It's been a long day. Long day at work.
Long day at work. He made the doors to the Mines of Moria. And they are some pretty doors.
Do you remember what's their elvish name for friend?
Bell.
You missed the opportunity. What's the Elvish word for friend? Pal.
Bum chum.
Buddy. I've got some problems, and we'll talk a little bit more, but I have some problems about the Lord of the Rings, and as always, in these episodes, you know what I'm going to call them? You know what I'm going to call them? Rants.
Everyone knows it's Rants.
Boom.
Okay.
That's it, rants, because I am sick and tired of undervalued and underappreciated wizards. In this episode of Rants, we rant about Gandalf the Grey and all the wizards, because let me tell you something. If you are a powerful, all-being wizards that's travelled to Earth for 3,000 lives of men or whatever it is, and all you do in the entire films of Lord of the Rings Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King is you stick a stone in a rock, you break a bridge, and you didn't even do that successfully because he dragged you down. You stabbed him with a sword, they stabbed the Balrog with a sword, and it was actually lightning that killed him, it wasn't you. You come back in
I'm fairly sure he did summon the lightning.
Shut up,
it wasn't just a coincidence, like a freak weather accident.
Yeah. Whoops, there he is.
We would like to report the sad demise of the Balrog. He died in a tragic yachting accident.
Yeah, but once again, all the things, when we see him on screen, he's useless, but apparently he's almighty when no one sees him. Bollocks. I think somebody came along. I think the Eagles killed him. But anyway, moving on. Two Towers, he comes back with a bit of dementia. Don't know his fucking name. He's travelling around the woods in barefoot, not knowing what he's doing. What does he do in the second one? He whistles a horse. He points. Well, I suppose he does take the poison out of Saruman's, out Theoden's chest. But besides, okay, so all right. So he gets points for that. So he does that, and then what else does he do in the second film? He finds some horses. He finds the Rohirrim and flies down. Oh, in his light, he had his torch on, big torch. And then in the third film, what does he do? He just sticks his staff, another light bulb, and scares away the.
It is a lot of fighting, though.
Yeah, but no.
No, he did, though.
You don't see him fighting that much. You see him maybe wave his stick around.
No, he's swording it and sticking it.
Well,
with,
yeah, but then again, he's got a wooden staff, but he's like... Yeah,
I understand what you're saying. In terms of wizards, the Lord of the Rings ones are a bit on the dud side, aren't they? Really.
2,000 years later.
And the story was that when they looked along the horizon and saw their village burnt, they thought that their general was dead, so they all stabbed themselves and died.
I hate when that happens.
I know.
I thought McDonald's was shut that one time and I stabbed myself.
No! Lockdown must have been tough for you. Where's your stab wounds, bitch?
They're all over him like a bastard pincushion.
Here's something that you never see in Lord of the Rings.
Talent.
Talent.
Yeah, we see a lot of talent in the Lord of the Rings. Lots of talent that's easy to understand, which is why... who's that Scottish actor?
Greetings. I am Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, and I'm at your service.
Sean Connery. He turned down the role of Gandalf, didn't he? Because he couldn't understand it.
He didn't know what was going on.
No, and then he watched the films and he went to see the films.
And he still didn't know.
He still didn't understand it. So he didn't do it.
I don't blame him.
Do you want to know some other weird casting choices for members? Aragorn.
Tom Cruise?
No, close. Nicolas Cage.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
Can you imagine?
No.
Nicolas Cage. Oh, awful. I do feel sorry for the man that originally got... I don't think he's a very famous actor at all. I don't even know who he is. But there was a younger guy who got the role of Aragorn before Viggo Mortensen. And he was fired the day before filming.
Really?
And he'd been training there for 2 months.
Fucking hell.
Can you imagine how harsh that conversation must have been?
And then on the other hand, you've got Ian McKellen, who they held on to Gandalf for him.
Yeah.
Do you know the story about that one?
No, go do
so.
X-Men, he'd signed on to play as Magneto in X-Men. And, well, actually, no, the original was he was actually cast to play the enemy in Mission Impossible 2. Wrapped up before the shooting of Lord of the Rings.
1 eternity later.
If that meeting didn't happen, having a fish supper, he would never have been Gandalf.
Well, then we've all got COD to thank.
Thank God.
Thank God. Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. But there you go.
How about that?
So we tell you the things that aren't in the cinemas, that aren't in the screens, that are
you're
only
not
on,
interested in.
Yeah, that's on like hour 624 of the extended edition.
Yeah. 3 days in, you get to the juicy goss.
Yeah.
Get to the juicy goss.
I've never seen the extended editions, you know.
Oh, I have.
No.
Oh, I have.
Oh, I have.
They're worth a watch. They are.
Yeah, I have to watch them from YouTube.
You get to see one of the wizards use one spell.
Yeah,
Fireball.
Well, it was
Saruman.
Yeah, and then didn't. Yeah, but then once
He
again,
missed.
this is another thing for Rye rants.
He missed.
He missed, but then he also what did Gandalf do? Your staff is broken.
Yeah, but to be fair, he might not have been referring to his one staff. He could be referring to his team, like his secretary and that.
I just thought I just had clicked then. Yeah. Oh, poor Pamela, you've got your staff is broken. And
She's been furloughed.
Damn you, Gandalf!
That's why you didn't see Saruman in the last Lord of the Rings film. He was shielding, and all his staff had been furloughed.
That's true. You see him in the third one.
No, you don't.
You
Not
do.
in the cinema release. You don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
He's
Round 1. Fight!
no, you don't.
I know. That's why you said no. You
don't.
don't.
Oh, yeah, you don't, do you?
No. You do in the extended version though, because he chucks a fireball down and.
Misses and then gets stabbed in the back. He's
Well,
he's
technically,
deaf,
he doesn't
though.
miss. Gandalf is just like no, and he kind of absorbs it like Yoda with the lightning.
That's the thing. That's the thing that they actually, because I was talking to my my lovely fiancée. She watched it the first time last month. We watched them in order, so we watched The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and then even she's not very observant when it comes to superhero stuff. And if she's ever watching, I love you. But even she thought it was stupid why the Palanthea just showed up in the ground. 1 minute, the last time you see the Palanthea, it's in Saruman's hand. The next minute, it's in the water.
Fell out of the window.
What happened? And then when you watch the extended edition, you see him fall over and gets impaled, and then the thing
Rolls
falls off. That should have stayed in.
It should have, and I think that's why Christopher Lee boycotted the films. Didn't he? That's why he was so angry. And he also sent a picture of himself dressed up as a wizard to Peter Jackson in order to get cast.
Will you fuck me?
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
But that's so annoying. Like, there's so many different parts of the plot that should have stayed in.
Yeah, there is a lot they were right to cut out. Like, did you know they cut out the fight scene between Sauron in physical form and Aragorn?
Yes, I love that story.
Well, actually, technically, they didn't cut it out.
No, he's
because
still
it's
in
in
it.
the film.
Yeah.
And they superimposed a cave troll over where Sauron was supposed to be. But I am quite glad they left bits like that out because it doesn't seem to fit.
I would have loved that. I would have loved the fight. It's like
bit obvious.
Isildur's heir fighting Sauron once more, but it doesn't kill him. And then in the meantime, Frodo and Samwise are in the Mount Doom.
No, you see, I think it would have detracted focus away from what Samwise and Frodo
that's what
were
they
doing.
said.
'Cause I think the whole point of it was that the smallest creatures can make the biggest difference. So Aragorn was resigned to his fate of leading men and becoming that role rather than being the complete saviour of the whole universe.
Yeah, and the other mouth of Sauron had to get CGI'd down because he was too scary.
He's scary.
Yeah, but he was even bigger scary.
Fucking mouth on it.
So we talk about Lord of the Rings and we've all talked about the extended edition. We've not actually talked about any part of Lord of the Rings.
Well, I like the original trilogy.
I liked it.
The new ones were sucky. But which was your favourite movie of the three?
Fellowship.
Oh, that's nice. Why?
Because Gandalf actually uses some spells.
Because that's what it's all about.
The Fellowship, it just felt, it didn't drag on too much. Yes, it was 2 hours and 59 minutes, so it did drag on a little bit. But it didn't seem like for Return of the King, which was my second, it dragged on. There were parts which I thought they could have cut out and saved themselves maybe 25 minutes, whereas The Fellowship of the Ring, from start to finish, it was just action, 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 action. And there was nothing, something was always going on from the start to the finish.
I like Two Towers.
I know, yeah, you like that one. Why?
Because the Battle of Helm's Deep, I think, is probably one of the best cinematic moments ever.
But also
and
the
all of
worst.
the Uruk-hai doing that chant outside.
Oh,
That was a New Zealand cricket team
all of them.
that Peter Jackson had choreographed and put on a big Titantron all the words to the chant and talked him through it, and they recorded the sound of the.
That is a very big
field.
cricket team. 100,000
100,000 crickets. 100,000 cricketers.
But the Battle of Helm's Deep is actually one of the best, but also one of the worst for CGI because the amount of stuff that
horses running over the orcs.
the
down
horses.
ramp.
Oh, there's a few things.
Oh, there they go! There they go! Every time!
Two Towers, which is one of the reasons why Christopher Lee said it should have gone straight to DVD because one, there's so many plot holes. So first one, Peregrine Took and Merry the scene where the Rohirrim come in and kill all the Uruk-hais. One scene, he's bound. The next scene, the horse is up on, when the horse is on top of him.
Yeah.
His arms are separate. Next scene, he's bound again. You didn't see that bit? I did, because I find these things. The next bit, Helm's Deep, when he does the overshot, going in, when they break through the gate, when they're on the bridge and they break through the gate.
Aye.
Underneath the gate, there's just some walking Uruk-hai, CGI'd in, but they're walking through the bridge and the wall. You don't see that bit, do you?
That's why it doesn't matter.
Well, I notice these things because I'm a dick.
It doesn't matter. Everyone else had a lovely time apart from you, you miserable old bastards.
I loved it.
Everybody had a lovely time.
I really enjoyed
Helm's
it.
Deep. And there you are, picking faults with one of the greatest franchises.
I've
ever.
watched it about 16 times. I have to. There's got to be one where you've got to be the critique. Can't just be the fanboy all the way through.
I like it when Gimli blows into that massive
I was just about to
saxophone.
say that. You're about to get your ass kicked. Little bitch Uruk-hais. Little fucker Uruk-hais. Aragorn's gonna stab you right in the ass. Gandalf. Up on the hill. Gandalf.
That's good.
Up on the hill with his shiny
Pale.
drill. I love it.
There you go.
But after all the things, you'll always realise, my lovely listeners, that I always rant, but I rant because I care. I love everything that we talk about, and I adore the Lord of the Rings.
I accept that.
Yeah, and I can't believe we've gone through all of this podcast without quoting Gollum.
Do you want to do it first?
No. I'll do the...
So the easiest bit, yeah.
It's been such a long time since I've done it. I don't know. The only thing I like doing is that stupid fat hobbit.
Go on then.
Stupid fat hobbit. No, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked. No, it's gone. It's gone.
Nope.
Thieves. Filthy little thieves. It's gone. I fucked it. It's gone. It's gone. I've lost the ability to do Smeagol, to do Gollum. It's been so long.
That's a damn shame. It's a key skill. Shall I try?
Go for it.
Fat, stupid hobbitses.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a clip from the original motion picture.
Stupid fat hobbitses. I want to... No, that's not fair. I've lost... I cannot believe...
It's not fair. Life is not fair.
And you know why? It's because we used to do accents all the time together.
Yeah.
And I don't now because I've grown up.
Whereas I've not.
I've not.
I sit in the bath in a loincloth with my plastic fish singing.
Take out your fish, take out your fish, so juicy sweet.
That's good.
Thanks.
That's really good.
Yeah.
You're gonna
That's what
keep
I do
going
in
it
the
now. You keep doing it. Go on.
I can't remember any more lines.
fucking hate you.
No.
Rest on rings!
That was all right.
It's coming back.
I will give it a medium.
A medium rare.
I will give you a medium award.
I can't believe I've lost it.
No, don't be sad.
No.
What?
No, don't be sad.
No,
oh, well, I'm fixed.
That's my advice in most situations.
You bastard.
Don't be sad. Next. That's why my counselling career never really took off.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I'm so sad. My husband's just died. Don't be sad.
There's always more husbands.
There's many fish in the sea. You're just one lonely little headache.
To catch your husband, to catch your husband, to marry me.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Thank you. Oh, sweating like a bastard pig over here.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, why don't you try a different impression? Why don't you try... Who else is in the Lord of the Rings?
You're late.
It's got a big cast.
I don't know. I've lost all the abilities to do them.
Why don't you try Saruman?
Nobody can copy Salaman's voice. No.
Give it a go. Give it a try.
I don't even know any words.
Do the 9 left.
No,
Minas
I'll do
Morgul
one.
on Midsummer's Eve.
I'll do it when he's on the top of the thing. Shadi That's when he's fighting Gandalf, isn't it? And they're all just on top of each other, screaming in whatever word. Cliff, go down! Lightning! Ah!
Yeah, they did provide their own sound effects for that.
And then Gandalf's like, no, not the mountain. Defending. Failing. Snow.
My catheter.
No.
He's knocked out my catheter.
No.
Oh, so that's a no for
You tried to do Saruman.
Saruman. It's Christopher Lee.
You can't do Christopher Lee. Nobody can. Even Gandalf said nobody can do
Yeah,
Christopher
no,
Lee.
it's hard. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to get mighty close to the microphone.
Go on then.
The number one wizard in The Lord of the Rings is Saruman.
No, sounds nothing like him. And because you critiqued my Gollum, fuck you!
I didn't critique it. You were the one that was sat there going, No, I'm not happy with my
like it."
performance. This is not Oscar worthy, damn it.
He didn't even get an Oscar for it.
Andy Serkis.
No.
Andy Serkis was robbed. # justice for Andy.
Yeah, justice for Andy.
Jandy.
Jandy.
Right.
Hashtag Jandy. Make it happen, guys.
Every listener, Jandy.
Hashtag Jandy on the... hashtag Gandhi, not to be mistaken.
All right, then who else is there in The Lord of the Rings? It must be... you did Sean Bean in the last podcast. Do that again.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, 02.
Did I?
The one thing he didn't die in. That's the O2 advert.
What did I say?
No, 102.
No, 02. No, I'm just too old now.
And see, you were the king of impressionisms.
Yeah. I can do an orc because that's easy. We've had nothing but filthy maggot bread for years. for 3 stinking days.
We have had nothing but stinky maggoty bread for 45 minutes.
45 years. I have demand a raise.
This is my retirement. I demand fresh hobbit.
I want lamb's bread. There's plenty on that hill. Fat Gandalf. Fat
Gandalf. Fat Samwise ate it all.
Yes, Samwise Gamgee.
Why don't you try?
I'm not a performing monkey. Move
you
on.
Are.
Move on.
I want to get this right.
Move on, come on. Right, let me...
come on.
Tell you what. Give me a sip.
Oh, here it goes now. What you got for me? That was Samwise drinking a pint. It comes in pints.
What's going on, Sam? This is the farthest I've ever been from home. And scene.
Yeah. Oh, my life. I didn't mean to, Sir Honest.
No, little bit late for stumbling the peas.
Wait, for what? Scrambling the peas?
Stumbling the peas.
That would be amazing if Gandalf had absolutely no idea where he was or what he was saying.
it.
Do it for us.
I can't compete.
Oh, it's not a competition.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a competition, but if it was, I'd be winning. He's gone back to his
I can do
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. You can't do it, bitch.
No, I can't. I actually can't.
These?
No, I can't. Can't do Scooby-Doo, I'm afraid. I can do the claw from Inspector Gadget.
Go for it.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Grumpy old sod. What else you got then if you can't do a Lord of the Rings ones?
You're late.
To be fair, that's like literally any person called Julian.
Yeah.
You're late.
That is a Julian line.
That is a Julian line.
I can do potatoes, boil a mash them, stick them in a stew.
Olivons.
What's that food? Volivons!
Volivons, Mr. Frodo.
Volivons, Mr. Frodo.
Jeez,
Just move on.
That is so funny. Volivons. Anyway.
Let's just move on. It's just not happening.
It's not for you. Not today, cunt. Right, so it turns out we can't do any more Lord of the Rings impressions. You did some.
Did I?
No. No, you didn't.
Come on, Frodo! Cut those knickers down.
A wizard is never hard, Frodo Baggins.
A wizard is hard.
Always floppy.
Precisely when he means to.
And he means to now. Let me violate your one ring.
Anyway.
Let's talk about Gollum, though. What a traitorous bastard.
Why?
Shia Baggins.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf! Oh, that's for another day. That's a podcast in itself, just LaBeouf.
Betrayed Shia LaBeouf to his death.
He did.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Killed his career.
Killed his life.
LaBeouf. My name is Shia LaBeouf. I used to be famous when I did the Transformers.
Then I went to a premiere with a bag over my head.
I called it my LaBeouf bag. Anyway, we've talked about our favourite of the trilogy. What about favourite character? Who would that be?
If Gandalf is an obvious first choice for me, even though I hate his wizardry skills, I would go Legolas. He's so cool. Sliding down on Helm's Deep on an orc shield. He invented skateboarding and snowboarding and skiing and surfing.
And sex.
And everything. Those sexual ears.
So
They can touch my ring piece.
Thrust those pointy little ears
Come
my
on,
way.
Elfie.
What
about you?
I bet he's very hairless. He's like a dolphin.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Legolas is a first choice of character after Gandalf. That's not first choice, then is it? Yeah, I can see why. He's very, very cool. I think my first choice of favourite character in the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, oddly enough, would be Arwen. Because
Nino,
she looks like a drag queen.
And there are many paths to tread
Through shadows
to the edge of night.
until the stars are all alight.
Mist and shadow.
Oh, leave me with the ad fucking line. Cloud.
Cloud and fade.
There's all them clouds and shit. No, it's quite obvious.
Cloud and shade.
Cloud and shame.
All shall fade. All shall fade. Oh.
I don't know how many baseball games you've been to where the commentator goes, oh.
How many have you been to?
Well, none.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, so we've done Lord of the Rings X Factor, which was hard to do apparently, and what else we've done? We've done an impression show. Tell you what, you got your fucking money's worth this week.
You fucking did. Pay me. Well, by the time this comes out, we'll be monetized and you can pay us.
Pay me in legendary swords.
Oh,
I'll start with Sting.
Oh.
So, nah, just
Arwen. No, that thing, I think the Fellowship of the Ring, is it Nino Doras Favi Fenair? I like that. Nino Doras something.
I stood in the water, now all the water.
But basically what it means is, I can control water. Don't come near me. I have Frodo. I don't know why I'm changing accents.
Mexican?
Arriba! Don't come near me. I'm on the elfish land.
I'm going to throw wet ponies at you.
You'll see this one now.
Oh, little Juan, why don't you go and play in the river? Anyway, the only thing that remains is to say, not all who wander are lost.
No. But yes, do it again.
What happened in your head then?
Because I thought you were going with a different...
Not all who wander are lost.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've said some things about the Lord of the Rings, and now it's time to go.
So
long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, Gandalf.
we've been the RyFrost.
So you don't have to be.